Hello and welcome everyone again to another video. And today's video, these battles like were submitted to me by Spn004, and if you guys on my Twitch showing the YouTube comments, he's always the first one to comment. And he sent me those veteran push battles last Ultra League rotation. So technically these were supposed to be high MMR battles, but I was so busy with work to the point where I couldn't record the battles. So technically we're recording them today, and he's using a core that I do love and I've used before, which is the Como O Jellicent. And now Jellicent get new buff and now it has Surf, so technically it's much better. Okay, so he does not have Registeel. You know me, I always put Registeel with this team. So he decided to run, I think, Talonflame as the second anti-charm answer. The problem with Talonflame is that will makes it extremely weak to Cobalion. So how does he play the Cobalion lead? Let's see. He's going for the close combat and didn't KO because Cobalion is just stupidly strong. I think I said as a third you could run Cobalion instead of the Talonflame, because technically Cobalion can beat the Charizard and Talonflame together. He swapped to Jellicent. I don't agree with this swap. Like, I would go Talonflame, but it seems to be a fine matchup. It's not the end of the world, right? Let's see how he's gonna play it. Maybe opponent is not counting. No, opponent is actually counting, and if he let this go, it's kind of problematic. So pretty much his only play is them not having ancient power and him calling it, what he did not. So now it's gonna come to him landing this bait, which he didn't. So I don't think there is a way to win this game now. Let's see. Dragonclaw does not KO, and this move is supposed to KO. Maybe slightly there is a misplay there, but it's not the end of the world. Giratina lead. It's much better for the Como if they have Shadow Claw, and I agree with the no shield. If they have the Shadow Claw, you can let the first one go, and now based on what they do, you can react on that. So they caught in Cresselia. It's not a bad catch technically, because if you guys can see, he does not have Hex Jellicent, he has Bubble, which mean 2 Shadow Balls almost do not KO. No, it does. Well, this is kind of weird because Jellicent is just a freak. Okay, Jellicent can tank all the moves. I like this. Why? Because this extra farm is appreciated by the other Pokemons. He swapped, opponent swapped, then he swapped, then opponent swapped, and they blowed the Registeel on the Talonflame. So Registeel can beat Talonflame as long as Registeel has 1 or 2 lock-on lead of energy, but Spain made sure that they don't have any energy lead. Well, they still win. But he was able to get 1 Dragon Claw, which is enough to get to the he was able to get 1 Dragon Tail, which was enough to get to the Dragon Claw. This is a good matchup for the Como as long as you don't throw foots. But the problem, if you don't throw foots, they might catch your move because it's kind of predictable when you throw. He bait seeds kind of greedy while opponent shielded, so technically that was a good bait. They stun edge. Well, it's not the end of the world, and that's the good thing about Como. You actually win the down shield against the what's the thing? Against Regirock. I agree with the swap here. You want the Como to stay alive as much as you can, and he was able to land the Shadow Ball. So pretty much this couldn't have been better for him. They have no shields because they used both of them, and now they have the Buzzwole. Is he playing Crimson? That Buzzwole get toasted. Okay, see, that's a point where, like, if you have the Como or the Registeel, he would have lost. This is where, like, it becomes tricky. That's why I said with this, you pretty much need either a poison dark, a poison, a coffin, another ghost is fine, or a steel. Just because if they have a that thing, well, it wasn't a bad, like, he got it low enough. This is very weird. This is very awkward. Why? Because Registeel now can win this, and all he can rely on is just getting the Registeel as low as possible. Well, opponent didn't shield, which is good for him, because now he can just farm down and try to... I wouldn't throw here. I would actually farm down all the way. And they have a Pidgeot. Well, guess what, Pidgeot? Jellicent does not have Bubble Beam anymore. Now it has Surf. This is literally the matchup where you want to have the Surf. If you don't want, if you're not an Ice Beam fan. And they throw a Feather Dance because they don't want to debuff themselves, right? And look at that. This matchup used to be a horrible matchup. He still won. That Jellicent actually did so much for him that game. This is not a great matchup. I agree with the swap here, but I might swap to the other Pokemon. But it seems that he's trying to bait out the Dark, because Dark Pokemon just give Talonflame like an annoying time, you know, throwing good timing. They get the boost. It's kind of weird now. Yeah, you hate it. You hate it when Obstacle get the boost. Why? Because you hate it. Wow. Okay. Como comes in here and farming down. He's going for the Dragon Claw. I agree with this. It's kind of how you're supposed to play it. Like, try to get the shield when you can. And they have a Walrein. I always bait here. Why? Because they always shield. Now, how does this matchup play now? Well, he needs to ramp up his damage as fast as possible. But the thing is, it's going to be a CMP, and he gets to the next move in 2 Incinerates, which also 5 Icicle Speed. So if their switch lock is locked in, if they can't switch, he can win. If they can switch, he lose, basically. Shadow Swampert is so annoying to play against, and they swap into Tentacruel. This is supposed to be a very good matchup for Jellicent. Opponent seems that they don't have an Acid Spray, which makes this matchup much better. Much more dominant for the Jellicent. All he needs now is to throw these Shadow Balls. This doesn't KO. As Tentacruel, if you have Acid Spray, it's actually a much better matchup for the Tentacruel. Because they didn't have the Acid Spray, he was able to leave with a Shadow Ball. So look at Swampert now. Like, this Jellicent killed 1 Pokemon and a half. Now he can literally fast move him down. He went for the catch, which is good. He saved the Como. Why? Because he knows that Como is the Pokemon that will carry him to the win. That's a smart idea. Now all he needs is just a chip, nothing else. Okay. Opponent didn't shield and switch was up, and all he needs to do is just going for the full fast move down. So again, if you're watching from the middle, these battles were sent to me like 2 weeks ago when everyone was around this elo. So this technically was a leaderboard elo I think it's 4 weeks ago. Yeah, I think 4 weeks ago when Ultra League was around, and I just didn't have the time to record them. So sorry for that, Spn, and welcome everyone. If you're looking for a team to use in the Ultra League. I've never used Talonflame, and I will never use Talonflame. So if you are here for the Talonflame content, this is going to be the last video you'll ever see. I hate Talonflame as much as I hate Bastiodon and Chansey. Why? Because Talonflame is so slow and annoying to play, and I feel like every time I throw an Incinerate, I can go for a nap. I might record some battles tonight, like my battles. It's around this elo, by the way. Why? Because I still don't have the time, but I promise someone that I will try to post my battles, which requires me to stay up until 4 AM. So hopefully I can do that just for you guys. So if you're watching this video, make sure to subscribe. Okay, this Caesar is about to get toasted. Imagine using Caesar. Well, the old days for Caesar used to be like season 2 and 3. I used to be a huge fan of Caesar because it used to be like one of the very, very, very few Pokemons that could beat Giratina and Cresselia. And it can beat Snorlax and Venusaur. Venusaur used to be a thing back in the days in Open Ultra League in season 2 and season 1. Why? Because Swampert was everywhere. It was literally everywhere. It was Swampert, Cresselia, Swampert. It used to be Swampert, Giratina, and the Charmers all over the place, right? So Venusaur beats the Swampert and the Charmers. They brought the A9 back, and I think they were like 1 turn desync. If this is a Wither Ball, does not KO. Psyshock also does not KO, because this jelly is a thick one, okay? They brought the jelly back. This is not a bad matchup for him now because they need 2 shadow balls to kill, and by the time they get to 2 shadow balls, he will be already thrown 2 dragon claws. I don't agree with this here at this time. I would throw on CMP. Okay, they caught. Well, the surf does not KO, so technically he's gonna get a fat incinerate here. And yeah, the next one's gonna KO. So let's see. That's a good game. Charizard lead, it depends. If they have wing attack, it's horrible. If they have dragon breath, it's kind of bad. But Como is like probably the bulkiest dragon that you could use, the bulkiest non-legendary dragon that has stab, or that like all of his damage comes from stab damage. The problem with the Gouge is that it just doesn't have a charge move to throw, right? Aquatail is horrible. It's non-stab Dragon Claw, so it makes it even worse. Dragonite has a non-stab superpower, but oh boy, they had the ancient power. That's bad. While like Como has stab close combat, so technically everything shield. Where like you could no shield due to steal Pokemon from Dragonite, but you have to respect the close combat from Como. So even though Como doesn't have the best stat, but it has... Was this the last battle? Yeah, that was the last battle. And he hit veteran. Thank you so much, Spn004, for sending me these battles. And thank you so much, everyone, for watching. This is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys like the team. And hope you try this team and have some success with it. If you like the video, make sure to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. All of my viewers are non-subs. I don't know who's subbed, though. Like, I have, like, 4.5, I think, nowadays. And all of the videos are like, oh... 80% of the viewers were non-subs, so please consider subscribing to help the channel to grow. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, sorry, I always said that. This is the end of the video. See you in the next one. Peace.